Our executive session. Right now, we are going to have a hearing of the public. Anyone who wishes to speak, please come forward. State your name and your address and your business.
William Farrell, 347 North Pennsylvania Avenue. First thing on the agenda I see under finances 8B and 8C about the salary for the 2 police officers. Are all the loose strings tied? There's no gray areas left. Everything's been settled. So in a month or two, we won't be coming back to the same thing.
We can hope so, Mr. Farrell. I said we can hope so.
I hope so. It should be.
As soon as everything is signed.
Mr. Bates, you talked last meeting about the streetlights being 90% done. Are they 100% done today? Reason why I asked is, I'm from an old school. You said that some of these lights were on all night long. You're not made to do that. There was like 80, I don't know whether there were sensors or photo sensors or something wrong. That's 15% of the lights have problems. And they're going to be correct, right? Because you're still paying Pico a bill you've been paying them for the last year, right? You're not paying them for usage, right? You said you're not going to get a new bill until you get all 100%. Is that correct?
We don't, whether the lights are on all day, half a day, 8 hours, it doesn't matter because the lights in the streets are not metered. Lights in the streets are not metered.
Fine, you don't want them all day, do you?
If the light is on all day, then it's not metered by Pico. The lights in the streets are not metered. How the project is, how the billing is done by Pico is what wattage the lights are and what they will do when we submit the form, which we have submitted, and they find out that we have new LED lights, they will correct our bill to about 40% of the old bill.
To accommodate the LEDs.
Yes, to accommodate the LEDs, but they don't. They average out how much daylight. They know the year, how much daylight is or how much nighttime, and how long the lights are on during the year.
They should only be on a certain amount of time.
The reason they were on for that day is because they had bad photos. The rest they didn't know the lights.
All right. The other thing is, over the years, we've created a monster in Morrisville. Borough Council and employees of the borough. Having people on the Borough Council and having employees work for the borough. You had to vote the contract back a while before people accused themselves because they had people working for the borough. This is a monster that's going to be here as long as you remain with that. I think it's about time you should change it so you can't have that thing and you can vote. And people not accusing themselves because of a conflict of interest. And a conflict of interest is a joke. I think it's a joke. You didn't do anything. You just said, my grandfather mowed the lawn. I still voted yes for this contract. I think it's about time we straighten that mess up. The other thing is, I was thinking at home one night, you see like the Penn State has a lion, and this guy has a tiger, and this guy has a... When I come here, I look, and I've been saying, what kind of an animal thing do we have? And I come up with an octopus. An octopus has 8 tentacles, 2 for each ward. It has an eye, which sees the burrow, and has a beak, which speaks. So when I look at that, I hope you're not offended by it. I'm not trying to be embarrassing. I look at an octopus with the 8 arms. Now, an octopus loses a tentacle, they regenerate. I'm not sure, but I think it's 4 years. I think it's something like, they call it an election regeneration. People in Morrisville, you have an election coming next year. Personally, I'm not going to say who, but I think it's about time we use something to remove those tentacles. Someone. And it's a 4-letter word. It's called vote. So people in Morrisville, get out and vote next year. Get your act together. Don't have like 20% turnout. It's ridiculous. You want to stay at home? Stay at home, have a beer and watch a football game. Whatever you want to do. Get out and vote. It's one of the only privileges you still have in order to pay for. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else this evening? Next we have, we're going to be moving, we're not going to move the numbers, but we are going to go to 8B and 8C at this time. First motion is a motion to approve settlement on McIntyre versus Morrisville Borough, pending in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, number 213 CB 07470, with payment to the plaintiff in the amount of $92,500 and additional terms agreed to by all parties. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments on the motion? Roll call.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Cronin.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Next, we have 8C. It's a motion to approve settlement of Smith versus Morrisville Borough, pending in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, number 214 CB 00780, with payment to the plaintiff in the amount of $92,500 and additional terms agreed to by other parties. May I have a motion, please?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second that.
Questions or comments on the motion? Have a roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Cronin.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerner.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. That being said, Mr. Brown, I think that we go home this evening. Okay, if we can move back now, please, to under approval of the minutes. We have 6A, Morrisville Borough Council special meeting of April 9th, 2014. May I have a motion for these minutes, please?
So moved.
Second. Questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next, we have Morrisville Borough Council regular meeting of April 21st, 2014.
So moved.
Second. Questions or comments on this motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next, 6C, motion, approval of Morrisville Borough Council special meeting of June 30th, 2014.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I'm not sure. Questions or comments on this motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 6D, motion to approve the minutes of the Morrisville Borough Council regular meeting of July 21st, 2014.
So moved.
All right, we have a second. Second. Questions or comments?
I just had one question on that. On the bottom of page 6, it says that I stated something, but I have left that meeting before it began. Yay, we were sick. Probably
You left it at 8:30, if I remember
Near
correctly.
the bottom of page 6, the very last line.
Regular meeting of April 21st.
No, July. I'm sure what was said was said.
Okay. I guess it happened after,
Yeah, I wasn't here for any of the meeting, I was just here for the exec session.
okay. Okay, so we'll take that portion out. If Fred and Ren would agree to that change?
Yes.
Anything else on these minutes? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. I just would like to make mention also that you received in your, this is the July 25th packet, the minutes for the April 21st meeting. The special meeting, there were, a copy of them was attached. This was at the April, I'm sorry, let me go back. The minutes were approved on June 16th meeting, Borough Council, but they were listed on the agenda as a regular meeting minutes, but they were not, they were special. So we did pass them, but we're making a notation in the book, that was actually a special meeting, not an agenda. Yes.
I was just wondering about the minutes. Why didn't we go back to agreement from Reagan? I know years ago it was very controversial. We were going around and around what we were going to be.
I'm fine with it.
I'm not arguing, I'm just asking.
No, I'm fine with going back to the 5 things that you need for minutes. And the minutes could be 2-3 pages long, and that's it.
I'm not suggesting anything, I was just curious why, midstream you kind of changed formats.
I think because we were getting requests for certain things.
Oh, I see.
That's why. As it turned out, though, the minutes from, I think, July, our attorney for the summer, they actually used them in one of the, or they needed copies of that for the court cases. So it worked out to our advantage that we had it verbatim. So we're close to verbatim, maybe it's as verbatim as you can get without having the court stenographer.
It's pretty close.
Okay, so that takes care of all the minutes. I'm sorry? Now we go to reports. The manager's report, is the manager's report?
Just that it's still ongoing with Johnson Controls, and that we're still in negotiations with the police for their contract.
And you did receive your sanitation increase report, which always looks good.
Oh, it's going down.
Good. Until next year. Okay, solicitor's report.
Thank you very much, Sherlock. We'll be very brief. Although after the last meeting, you asked my office to look into our procedures with the zoning hearing board related to the public comment made by Ms. Berger. We reviewed that, and there were some very good points raised by Ms. Berger. So we talked to Mr. Bates, and we're revising our process for how zoning hearing board solicitor does.
Correct, so it will not be the solicitor anymore, but we are able to go for other, needs and expenses. And just for public's knowledge, that's the billing that took place, or has been taking place, has been taking place since 1988, I think something like that. Nothing's changed since 1988. There's nothing new that any of us did in the last few years. It's been the same since 1988. The billing. So, all right, thank you. Engineers report.
I do have one item.
Please, okay.
Should I do that now?
Yes, please.
On Thursday, August 14th, the borough received 7 bids for
I'm
the...
sorry, Jim, would you just
Oh, I'm
say your
sorry.
name?
I'm Jim Majewski with Remington Vernon Beach Engineers, the borough engineer.
Thank you.
On August 14th, the borough received 7 bids for the replacement of the pipe in Williamson Park as part of the CDBG grant. The apparent low bidder for the project is Premium Excavating LLC with a bid in the amount of $89,550. We've reviewed their qualifications and recommend that the borough approve the notice of intent to award the
contract to Premium Excavating, subject to the 30-day contract responsibility period.
Actually, what I would suggest to make it simple, which I've seen in other boroughs, obviously, and townships that I represent, have a model responsible contract ordinance. Being that it's 28 days until our next meeting, what I would suggest is that council make the motion of notice of intent to award with the idea that they will waive the 30-day requirement of model responsible contract ordinance and make it 28 days. So that will give the opportunity for you to review, so you can go ahead and award it at the next meeting, being that there are no challenges to the background of the contract.
Thank you.
So I've seen it done that way, I mean, so if people have 28 days to look into it to see if that contractor is correct. And now you have to schedule a special meeting or wait for the next council. Yes. Yeah.
Because we'd like to start.
Right.
You believe you can do that 28 days anyway, is that correct?
Yes, it typically takes only a week or so.
Okay.
And also, I'd just like to note that it is well within the budget that was put in the grant application for community development block grant.
And were we able to utilize any of the extra money to further the job? Do you know that?
I will have to speak with the administrators of the community development block grant program to see if we could leverage that money that's in the grant to do a little extra work related to the project. And I don't foresee any major issues with that, although we will need to get their approval.
That'd be great. I'd rather do that than get the money back.
Tell them about lining one of the other pipes that's trying to
Yeah, one of the thoughts I had, since we're replacing a collapsed section of pipe, but the next section of pipe further down is also corrugated metal. And I don't believe it's in a collapsed state based on what was videotaped several years ago. So it is possible that that's a candidate for lining of the pipe, which we could use that extra money for. And that way, we basically get a brand new section of pipe out of that. And then in future years, obviously, you have to replace the other sections of pipe further into the park, because they are corrugated metal and they do have a shelf life on them, as we see in the collapsed part, they're beyond the shelf life.
And you're going north. Are you going north from the original site or south? In other words,
South.
for the addition.
The addition, I was thinking of going south to where it should be.
And that's just stormwater, right, Jim?
That's correct.
You know how hydrogen sulfide within the system?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, thank you.
Could I ask this to alleviate the problem of flooding we have down there? Once the collapse is fixed, is that what our issue is with that? Or
Yes.
issue?
Yes, we're actually raising up the pipe from where it sits 15 feet deep. But all the water in the park will be able to drain out through all the storm drains through the pipe without backing up into the parking lots and fields.
All right, thank you.
Sounds good.
You have a question, Jim? Is the pipe that you're replacing with this corrugated steel galvanized, or is it another type of material?
We're going to be using a plastic pipe for replacement. They have a lot longer lifespan, and the cost is comparable to steel now.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, any other questions for Mr. Joyce? No? Okay, well, thank you. And I'm hoping that we'll have this other motion and you'll have your time to do that. Okay?
Can I ask one thing I was just thinking about? Did we get the permit approval yet for the whole area we were waiting for, the disturbance one? I see the bill is for paid for. Did we get it, can I get it?
just gave the county a check.
Yeah, that second check was for the pool demolition. So there's separate pieces of property, so there's separate permits.
We're still waiting for them to actually, okay, it's good.
Yes.
Okay, any other questions? No? Okay. Next we have the mayor's report.
Thanks, Nancy. I made council aware of, I don't know if the public's aware that you've been approved for the CDS grant for the drug drop-off box, which I think is very exciting. What that will allow is if someone has expired medicines, no longer will you have to wait for the annual, I think it's once a year or twice a year pickup case. You'll be able to bring it right here to Borough Hall to deposit. And everyone here noticed tonight we hired a new part-time officer, Ken Berger. Our chief, McClay, he just did some training in Philadelphia with the FBI National Academy. And some upcoming training. 3 corporals will be going for supervisory training at Penn State, followed by the Manchester Police Academy. And also in September, the chief and Corporal Pitcher will be going to attend an intelligence and counterterrorism workshop in Harrisburg, and that is actually funded by the state police. And drug arrests are up 53% for the year. Overall crime is down 15%. Vehicle mileage is up 41%. Also, August 2nd, I had the privilege of performing another wedding ceremony. It was held right here at Borough Hall for Brian Riker and his bride Heather. I'd like to wish them well. And last month I had mentioned that I was waiting to sign the enterprise zone paperwork, and I still haven't received the rainfall resolution paperwork. Someone else on both of those things. I didn't get it either of them.
Well, it's my understanding that I think Virginia's probably coming down to sign. Because it's an official document. I guess either or.
Well,
The
Virginia,
enterprise and the,
but the thing is,
well, we can't send it to you though.
the thing is, the radar one you can just send me once you guys sign it, and the other one I have to be told is ready. Last email I got is,
I'll check there. Just stop it and check. I'll check, let you know, and then just,
So I don't think she was releasing the official documents.
I don't need the official document, but I need a copy of the signed radar. I'll be happy to sign the radar once it's ready. I haven't been told it's ready.
It's
10 months.
It's right.
Okay.
But if I could just say one thing to the mayor, I just want to thank you for the memo that you sent us where you were recognizing Officer McIntyre for the rest of the woman who's robbed down Union Street, and she had written a letter stating that she appreciated all that officers department did. So I thank you for giving us that memo and recognizing them for that.
Well, thank you. When good things happen, I do try to share that. I'm sure as a council person, you can share a protocol. I'll call them concerns, not complaints, but it's nice to have people that say we had a good experience in the borough. So I'm very happy that.
Yes, thank you.
Lieutenant Perrin was also mentioned.
Yes, he was.
Even though he's not here any longer, he was also mentioned as being very helpful. Let's see here. Now we're done with reports. We can move to 8A, which is a motion to pay the bills. And here are the bills. Please.
general fund, $111,199.69. Street lighting fund, $7,449.39. Library fund, $5,915.17. Recreation fund, $8,925.14. Sinking fund, $3,218.40. Street fund, $2,194.73. State highway fund, $2,355.70. And a check to Jones for $609.89 for grand total of $141,868.11.
For the bill list, we have a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
A second? Second. Questions or comments on the bill list?
Yeah, I'm voting no on paying the bills because I had access to the information until tonight. So I didn't have time to look at the bills.
Okay. All right. Thank you, John.
I just want that on the record. Thank you.
Anyone else, any other comments? Questions?
Good roll
Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronica.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
No.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Cryer.
Yes.
Ms. Sherwood.
Yes. Next we can move on to new business. We have 10A. This is a motion to approve Councilwoman Doreen Chronicle as Morrisville's official representative with the Redevelopment Authority of Bucks County, and to forward her resume to the Redevelopment Authority to be submitted to the Bucks County Commissioners.
So moved, Mrs. Chairman.
Second that.
Question? Not that I'm aware of. Maybe, I don't know. Mr. White had contacted, had been doing the inventory. He had contacted saying that he was looking for a representative from the RDA, someone from council that would be available to go to their meetings, monthly meetings. Right now, Bob and I can involve ourselves in enterprise zone meetings. This is the regular meeting. Corinne said that she would be interested. So she went to meeting last month as well as just recently or not.
She didn't have one last month.
Okay. So that's how this came about.
You said a letter came from the borough though, saying that it was someone?
No. That was a conversation with this point. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronica.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Cryer.
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 10B. It's a motion to approve police chief employees uniform expenditure in the amount of $3,141.70. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second motion.
Questions or comments on the motion? Which is the reason that our borough manager
The only reason I didn't automatically pay it, because the letter was sent out, and I automatically paid it at $3,100 some dollars without telling me.
That's a sensible thing to do.
Right, so I thought I'd bring it to you.
But looking over what he purchased, it looks like it's legitimate stuff. It's gonna need.
Yeah, he was a new chief, and it was complete uniforms and
Right.
stuff like that, so. And he did tell me that he did that originally when he first became chief. He didn't know the first couple of weeks that it was a $700 limit. And then he went with Calusi and just went a little while.
Nothing he bought individually was over $700, right?
Oh, no.
$300 blouse.
I asked
Call
him
it
what
blouse.
Or something, so.
No, but
That's what they call it.
he did call it blouse. Anyway,
I may want to clarify if it's a dress shirt.
for the record, it says blouse.
It says-
It's actually a jacket.
I just wanted to do my graphic
Yeah.
right here.
Wait a second.
Okay, Mr. Cicero.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Chronica.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
And Mr. Cryer.
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 10C. It's a motion to approve a resolution for the disposal of personal property having a value less than $1,000. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Would you like to, there was some question about it being called personal property, but it's actually the borough's property.
Yeah, that's just a term under the, that is just a term that's used, in the borough code, when it describes that. When you dispose of that property, you have to place it on a resolution, it has to be named, and has to be passed by council. That's the process.
Some people were questioning why it was personal.
That's just a term General Assembly.
So, and we had a copy of the resolution. All right, so we have Fred and Jeff. Any other questions on this motion, 10C?
Yeah, just one. It says it's permitted without the approval of council. Is that kind of what council just said?
Sale.
Anything under 1,000.
Anything under a thousand.
Doesn't have to be approved by the council. Correct? Can you define for me, like,
It actually came up, I'll tell you one thing that came up when Tom Herring retired. The chiefs and the news officers, when they retired, they like to take their revolver with their gun. And he wanted to sell the gun to Tom for $200. And I said, you can't sell it on the property. So we looked it up and I called the solicitor. And the solicitor went and found that you could sell it anything that's under $1,000. So this way, we will be able to sell the gun for $200 to Tom Herring. He'll be able to have his his pistol that he had for 40 years. So that, if we have an old lawnmower or something like that that doesn't sell at auction, will somebody be able to buy it for $50 or something like that? Get rid of some stuff. It's nothing, everything has to be under $1,000.
Value.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we add to the motion that the council will be notified of any additional items, so that it's not just the fire station?
That's what it is.
Yeah, this is an itemized list of
Should we alter the resolution?
Well,
Should we say-
we don't alter the resolution, why don't
Just what we said.
What's the
Is there-
Yeah, how about you modify the motion is made to approve the resolution, also subject to borough manager giving a report as to what property is sold at.
does the borough manager actually do the appraisal part, or how do you find out what something's worth? This is the resolution of estimated fair market value.
Most of the time, people just do an internet search.
Or that what it would be.
Exactly, yeah. That's how I've seen it done.
You know what, I asked the chief, how much that pistol cost. He said it cost $430. He said he wants to sell it to Tom for $200. So he had that used. Anything else, it would be just.
Whatever an approximation of fair market value is what it should be sold. Right.
So, confirm the wording for the addition to the motion. Is this, and having the borough manager,
Included in
each
the
items included in his report each month?
I just,
So, Fred and Jeff? Okay.
Yes.
Motion is to approve a resolution for the disposal of personal property having a value less than $1,000, and also having the borough manager report those items each month. Okay? Roll call, please.
I have a question before you go through this.
Yes.
On the list, I noticed you have 250 watt and Taylor garage lights. Now, my understanding when I brought this up to Borough Council about the street lights, I don't see that on this list. You said that we were going to go on to the ones for phase 2. That's the street lights, the second round. We had like 200 some more lights to change out. The metal halos. That was a few months back.
Are you talking about the
We were gonna hold on to anything that was good.
Well, no, I'm saying, how come they're not listed on here?
I think that's an auction list at a time. That's
May not be selling them.
See, that's, they're hard for stuff.
And let me tell you, Doc, we couldn't, I told you guys before, we couldn't really sell those lights anyway. We're gonna try to sell some of those there, that they're worth something. The one, the street lights were not really worth anything. All the other townships have already sold the lights to people that
Borough. I mean, we asked Armor, and they said they were worth nothing. They were junk and they scrapped.
Well, maybe not the armor, but it could be somebody in the community up north.
If they're worth $100,000, I'll deliver it to you if you want. Seriously, I'm not joking with you. They're not worth anything. They're worth scrap.
Everything has a value. I don't care.
I don't even want to hand them. They're not worth the scrap. Armor, they bring them all in here, and then our employees have to take them to the junkyard. Really, it's not even worth it. And then you have to take the glass out. You have to, I'm telling you, you have to take the glass out, you have to take the glass out, you have to take it.
You have to take care of the hazardous.
Yeah, the hazardous material, it's not worth it. It's not worth the effort.
I'm talking about the metal hemo. So I'm talking about the mercury vapor.
Metal house.
The ones that you put up a few months with the LEDs. So within the last year. You're saying that they have no value? They can't be reused someplace else? Somebody that's interested in using the lights?
That's not what this motion is about.
No, this is.
No, that's a separate issue. Bring that up later.
I'll bring up the new bit.
Roll call. Mr. Sisson.
Oh, yes.
Mrs. Densey.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Grant.
Yes.
Mr. Morrisville.
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Kerr.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. Next, we have a motion to approve the resolution to declare September 2014 as a Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month and support Town's teal awareness campaign.
So moved.
Second.
I'm sorry, who made the motion? Was it? Fred?
No.
Mr. Johnson.
Questions or comments on the motion? You've been fortunate enough to have a council for the last few years that was very supportive of this particular program. We will once again be putting teal colored ribbons around as many trees as possible in town to bring attention to the ovarian cancer awareness. So, thank you. Any questions or comments on this motion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next we have 10E. It's a motion to approve the 12th annual Michael Sherlock Foundation Jazz Festival to be held on Saturday, September 13th from 6 to 9 p.m. in the William Museum Park.
So moved.
Second motion.
Questions or comments on the motion?
This is a sanctioned event, correct?
It has been this. With the permission of council, yes. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Sisson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Conlon.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
No.
Mr. Kerr.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Motion carries 7. 10F, a motion to advertise to receive sealed bids for the purpose of proposed improvements in Morrisville Park. Examples to include drinking fountains, permeable pavers, and 14 new trees.
So moved.
Questions or comments on this particular motion?
Yes, if I could, I would just like to thank all the people from the dog park organization that have worked very hard to get to this point. And I look forward to seeing the improvements. Kudos.
Thank you. And just also mention too that this money is also from open space money, which our commissioner referred to earlier. Questions? Any more questions or comments on this motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next is 10G, a motion to advertise to receive sealed bids for the sale of the Morrisville Borough owned property. Example is the vehicles, mowers, and office chairs. And I think this is what Bob was referring to. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Rick.
Who made it first? I'm sorry.
Victor did. I just have a question on that. What Morrisville boy are we talking about?
They had a chair, they had some, you know, whatever was hanging around there that they've taken.
Lifeguard chair?
Huh?
The lifeguard chair?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You took that on.
For a deer stand.
We've had some people call and want them. We told them no, we'd have to put it out to bid, so we,
Right.
There's a lot of.
There's the highest bidder.
lifeguard chair, you got time, but you know, I mean, you know.
Lifeguard chair?
Yeah.
That's worth $400,000?
There's some umbrellas in there.
I was gonna say, they're using it for a deer stand, Freddie.
Put them in the backyard.
Any other questions or comments on this motion? Now roll call, please. Mrs. Kenji?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Carter.
Yes.
Mr. Porter.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Carter.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries 8-0. Next, we have 10H.
We're holding off on it until next meeting.
No, we're going to do it now.
Oh, we're just waiting for 30 days,
Yes.
28 days?
I have new wording that the solicitor has provided. It's a motion to issue notice of intent to award for the Rings and Park Storm Drainage Reconstruction Project per the engineer's recommendation and waive the, this is, review. Is that enough?
Waive
Yes.
the review period from 30 to 28 days.
Thank you.
So just real quick, what this happens is notice of intent to award, the engineer reviews the contractor, make sure everything's proper for amount of responsible contractor. He'll come back at your next borough council meeting in 28 days, provided everything is okay, you'll actually award the contract.
Mrs. Sherlock, can you just note that it's just for this one project, not?
Yeah, that's why there's a wait. Just
Well,
wait.
it says that Rings and Park Storm Drainage Reconstruction Project. So,
I just wanted to.
okay. All right. So you have a motion on this. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
And are there questions or comments on this motion? And does our engineer have any other, you're okay with this? Anyone else? Your roll call, please.
Mr. Cicerone.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Carter.
Yes.
Mr. Porter.
Yes.
Mr. Sanford.
Yes.
Ms. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Carter.
Yes.
Ms. Sherlock.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. That is it for our business this evening.
I'd like to add something. I'd like to know if they have motions for those individuals on council who would like to continue the paper packets, that they be allowed to opt in to have paper packets instead of everything.
I second the motion.
Excuse me, what was the motion?
Okay. We currently have been given notebooks, and we're giving electronic information, and your motion is to,
Allow those on council who still desire paper copies to be allowed to receive them, in addition to the electronic copies, to reduce their costs of printer ink and paper and the trouble to try to reproduce documents from the electronic copy.
all right, well, that's the motion, folks. If you're going to, I'm opening it back up for public comment at this time at 9:03 for this particular motion that we're adding to the agenda this evening.
Did we have a second on that?
Yes, me.
Okay.
Public comments closed.
So you're making a motion, would you read it one more time, please?
The motion is in order to allow those members of council, elected officials, to receive, in addition to the electronic copy, a paper copy packet every Friday to reduce the unnecessary duplication at home of like I said.
So you want to deliver to, Fred?
Yes.
All right, the motion is to allow elected officials to receive paper copies of
If they
Friday.
opt in.
To receive paper copies of the Friday pack. I mean, I might be going, I might not be saying exactly what you're saying.
That's close, that's
Okay, paper copies of the Friday packet. I should say all packets.
okay.
I should say all packets, not just Friday, because sometimes we don't really need.